people found out you are a total. Archangel Michael says, there is a force rising around your name, and it has already started to spread from one corner to another. Whispers are no longer whispers, they are turning into voices, and those voices are carrying your name into places you never thought it would reach. This is not by accident, and it is not without meaning, because the time has come for truth to be unveiled, and what is hidden in silence is finally stepping out into the open. You may not realize how far the sound of your presence has traveled. Behind closed doors, in meetings you were never invited to, your image, your identity, your reputation has been discussed with intensity. Some speak with envy, some with fear, and others with curiosity, but all of them are now locked into the same conclusion: they have discovered something about you that shakes their comfort. The walls have ears, and those ears have already carried your story to strangers who should never have known it. It spreads like fire through dry fields, impossible to control, and yet destined to touch everything around it. The tension is mounting, because this revelation is not just a rumor, it is a movement of energy that has been waiting for this exact moment to explode into reality. This is why you feel the unease in the air, why even silence has become heavy, why your spirit keeps warning you that people are seeing more than you thought. What they found out is not a small thing. It is a revelation that carries power, one that will change how people stand with you and against you, one that is impossible to ignore once it has been spoken aloud. Type Amen 333 if you are ready to receive clarity and protection now. Your footsteps are no longer just your own, for they echo louder than you can hear. There are eyes on you, not because you sought attention, but because destiny has pushed you into a spotlight you cannot walk away from. Those who doubted you are now forced to look closer, and those who pretended not to care are secretly watching every move you make. The truth of your existence has collided with the hidden agendas of others. Some people wanted you quiet, erased, or invisible, but instead your name has grown louder in the halls where they planned your downfall. The very rooms meant to suffocate your voice are now filled with your presence, undeniable, unshakable, unstoppable. Do you see it now? This exposure is not destruction, it is revelation. People may call it discovery, but heaven calls it unveiling. They thought they would shame you, but instead they have awakened something divine in you that cannot be silenced. The pressure around you will intensify, because the energy of exposure is heavy and sharp. But within that pressure, your destiny is being carved like stone under fire. The fire does not destroy the stone, it shapes it into something eternal. Type Amen 444 if you accept strength in the fire. What people found out about you is not something you can hide anymore. The cover has been pulled back, the curtain lifted, and the stage lights are already shining. They say your name with weight now, as if it carries power that even they cannot fully explain. Behind the scenes, there are whispers of envy that taste like poison. They wanted your silence, but instead, your presence unsettled their control. And so, the revelation of who you truly are has come forward, unstoppable, irreversible. Do not mistake their shock for rejection. Some who gasp in disbelief are not rejecting you, they are confronting the truth they wished they could bury. Some cannot handle the reality of what you carry, but their resistance only proves how powerful this revelation is. You may feel alone in this exposure, but heaven has aligned the path to ensure you are not defeated. This is the beginning of a transformation, not the end of your strength. What is breaking around you is not your life, but the false shadows that once surrounded it. Type Amen 555 if you claim transformation in this moment. Your name has entered conversations that carry both danger and opportunity. It has been repeated in rooms of influence, whispered in corridors of power, and spoken aloud by those who once pretended not to know you. That repetition has created momentum, and now the world around you is shifting under the sound of your identity. Some people found out truths about you that they cannot deny. They found out that you carry a light stronger than their darkness, a resilience sharper than their deception, and a destiny greater than their plans. They found out that no matter how they try to ignore you, the mark you leave cannot be erased. This discovery has set into motion events that are both threatening and divine. The threatening part is the reaction of those who fear your rise. The divine part is the unstoppable current of purpose that pushes you forward regardless of their attempts to block you. And now, you stand in the middle of this storm of revelation. The winds are strong, but the wings of heaven cover you. The earth shakes, but your steps are guided. The shadows move, but the light within you burns brighter than they can endure. Type Amen 222 if you are walking with divine covering. Archangel Michael says, when the storm rises against you, it is not always because of your weakness but often because of your strength that cannot remain hidden anymore. This is the season where the unseen becomes visible, where secrets are pulled out from the shadows, and where your identity cannot be contained by silence. People have looked, they have searched, and now they have found something about you that they cannot keep to themselves. The discovery was not sudden, it was building, step by step, as your light grew brighter. It started with whispers, then grew into conversations, then became open declarations. Your name has now crossed borders you never imagined, and those who once ignored you are forced to take notice. This unveiling has created shockwaves in the atmosphere. Some hearts tremble because they underestimated you, while others shake because they know what this means for their own plans. What they found out has power, and with that power comes change, change that cannot be stopped. You may feel exposed, as though every eye is on you and every mouth is speaking your name. But know this, heaven allowed this exposure, because the truth of who you are is no longer meant to be hidden. This is not destruction, it is destiny taking its rightful place. Type Amen 777 if you accept the strength of this revelation. Your life is not random, and neither is this moment of unveiling. For too long, forces worked in silence to cover you, to make sure people never saw the depth of who you really are. Yet, what is hidden cannot remain hidden forever, and the divine timing of heaven has brought everything forward now. The people who found out about you are not just strangers. Some are close, some are far, but all are connected by the same thread of curiosity and urgency. They speak about you with intensity because your presence forces them to confront truths they wanted to avoid. They found out that your resilience is not ordinary. They found out that your survival through storms is not human strength alone but divine covering. They found out that you are not just another face in the crowd, you are marked, chosen, and unstoppable. This realization unsettles many. Some cannot handle the weight of knowing you carry a destiny greater than what they expected. Others envy it, wanting to claim what is not theirs. But none can deny the truth, because the evidence of who you are shines too brightly. Type Amen 369 if you stand in agreement with destiny. The pressure you feel now is not just life, it is the weight of revelation. You are being carried into a season where masks are falling, and the truth about you is the only story that remains. This is why you feel the tension, this is why your spirit has been restless. It is because the unveiling is no longer waiting, it is happening. People once spoke your name casually, without thought or care. Now, when they say it, there is heaviness in their tone. They realize something bigger surrounds you, and they cannot deny the sense that what they've found out will shape their future too. The truth is not always comfortable, and for many, the truth about you has become unbearable. Some resist it, some deny it, some try to twist it. But the more they resist, the stronger the revelation becomes. This is a spiritual collision. What was planned against you is now breaking apart, and what was hidden for you is now rising into the light. You are stepping into the fullness of what heaven declared long before the whispers began. Type Amen 111 if you are ready for this new chapter. The unveiling of your truth has made you both a target and a testimony. On one side, there are those who cannot stand the idea of your rise. On the other, there are those who see your strength as a beacon of hope for themselves. Both sides are talking, both sides are watching, and both sides cannot look away. This moment is bigger than you think. It is not just about people finding out something, it is about heaven revealing what was always true. The energy moving around you is unstoppable because it is tied to a higher purpose. Some people thought exposure would break you. Instead, it is building you. They thought revelation would destroy your path. Instead, it is opening doors they cannot shut. Every attempt to silence you is turning into an opportunity for your voice to rise louder. This is why heaven speaks now. This is why the angels move around you, aligning steps, clearing paths, and giving you courage. You are not just walking through exposure, you are walking into destiny that has been waiting for this exact unveiling. Type Amen 555 if you walk boldly into what has been revealed. Every word spoken about you is carrying energy. Some words are poisoned with envy, others are laced with fear, and still others are heavy with admiration. But regardless of their intention, all of those words are fueling your rise, because once truth is out, it cannot return to silence. The revelation has already changed how people look at you. Some keep their distance because your presence intimidates them. Some draw nearer because they sense your strength can lift them. But no one is neutral anymore. Everyone has been forced to choose where they stand concerning you. This division is not to harm you, but to reveal who truly walks with you. Exposure is never just about you, it is about separating truth from lies, loyalty from betrayal, strength from weakness. What people found out about you is serving a divine purpose of alignment. Archangel Michael surrounds you now, not only as protection but as confirmation. The discovery others made about you is not their victory, it is heaven's declaration. The world may speak your name in confusion, but heaven speaks it with clarity. Type Amen 444 if you believe your name is written in divine clarity. Archangel Michael says, what is unfolding around you is not a coincidence. There are forces at play that wanted you hidden, but they could not contain the truth any longer. The revelation of your name, your story, and your power has now reached the ears of people who cannot look away, and this discovery is shaking their world. The air around you has shifted. You can feel it in your spirit, the heaviness, the whispers, the glances that are no longer casual but filled with meaning. The truth about you has left the shadows and has taken its rightful place in the light. This exposure may feel like fire against your skin, but it is fire that purifies, not fire that destroys. Heaven has allowed it because your story was never meant to stay silent. People have found out what they were never ready to know, and now the world cannot go back to ignoring your presence. Those who wanted your downfall are restless because the very thing they feared is happening. You are rising. You are not rising quietly, you are rising with force, with authority, and with clarity that none can silence. Type Amen 333 if you receive this strength now. Every hallway you walk through now carries echoes of your name. Even in rooms you've never entered, conversations are happening because the truth is spreading faster than they can contain. The more they try to suppress it, the louder it becomes, until even your enemies cannot deny what has been revealed. This is the power of divine timing. Heaven has chosen this moment to unveil you, and no amount of fear, jealousy, or resistance can stop what has been set in motion. The discovery others have made about you is not small, it is history-shifting, life-changing, destiny-shaping. Some people react with anger because they cannot control what has been revealed. Some react with silence, trying to pretend they did not hear it. Others react with awe, because deep inside they always knew there was more to you than met the eye. What is happening now is not exposure meant to shame, it is exposure meant to crown. What they found out about you is the truth that proves your resilience, your survival, your strength, and your calling. Type Amen 111 if you stand firm under this unveiling. The more people speak, the more doors begin to move. Even those who doubted you are secretly aligning themselves because they see that your rise cannot be stopped. The discovery of who you are has created fear for some but opportunity for others, and heaven is using it all for your good. This is why the storm around you feels intense. This is why you cannot find silence even when you crave it. Because your destiny is too loud, too undeniable, too urgent to be ignored any longer. What they know now is that you are not ordinary. You carry a presence that cannot be overlooked, a strength that cannot be broken, and a calling that cannot be denied. That knowledge is forcing them to reposition themselves, because ignoring you is no longer an option. Exposure has made you visible to people who never noticed you before. Some will rise to support you, others will plot against you, but all will acknowledge the truth: your name carries weight. Type Amen 555 if you believe your name carries divine weight. Archangel Michael stands beside you in this moment, because exposure often brings battle. When people find out who you are, they either bow in respect or strike in resistance. And right now, both energies are surrounding you. But heaven has already gone before you. The discovery of your truth was not meant to leave you vulnerable, but to reveal the strength that has always been covering you. You are not alone, and you will not fall, no matter how many voices rise against you. The truth is a weapon, and it has already been released. Every whisper, every revelation, every secret that has come to light is sharpening your path instead of breaking it. Even what your enemies thought would harm you is turning into the very fuel that propels you forward. This is the power of divine reversal. What people found out about you will not destroy you, it will define you. It will set you apart, raise you higher, and mark you as unshakable. Type Amen 444 if you believe heaven fights for you now. You are entering a chapter where nothing will be the same. Exposure has changed the atmosphere, and from this point on, people will treat you differently. Some with more respect, some with more envy, but none with indifference. They have seen enough to know that your journey cannot be ignored. The story of who you are has already reached too many ears, and the energy surrounding it has already ignited. You are no longer hidden, no longer overlooked, no longer dismissed. People found out that you are a survivor. They found out that you carry wisdom born from battles most could not endure. They found out that your presence shifts rooms, your name carries weight, and your future is greater than they imagined. The unveiling has begun, and it will not stop until the full measure of your destiny is revealed. Every step you take from this point forward is a step into visibility, authority, and strength. Type Amen 222 if you step boldly into this season. Every blessing carries weight, and every unveiling carries responsibility. You may feel the heaviness of being seen, but this is the weight of glory pressing upon your shoulders. It is heaven's confirmation that your path is divine and your season is now. The more they talk, the more your power grows. The more they discover, the more your truth is solidified. Even the attempts to twist your story are becoming powerless, because the truth shines brighter than any lie they can create. You are not defined by the voices of envy or fear. You are defined by the divine voice that declared your destiny long before this exposure happened. This is not the end of you, it is the beginning of the rise they cannot stop. Stand tall, because your unveiling is not temporary. It is permanent, and it is leading you into places your enemies never wanted you to reach. Type Amen 999 if you believe this is your permanent rise. Archangel Michael says, the moment of unveiling has already passed the point of no return. What was once hidden in silence is now being carried by voices that cannot be silenced. People found out the truth about you, and this truth has reshaped the way the world sees you. You are now a story on their lips, a presence in their thoughts, and an energy that unsettles their comfort. Some try to downplay it, but they cannot deny what has been revealed. Others attempt to twist it, but even their distortions cannot cover the undeniable force of your truth. This revelation has set you apart. It has broken the chains of invisibility that once held you down. No matter how much they wish they could return things to the way they were, the world around you will never look at you the same again. Your name is moving like fire. Fire cannot be contained, it spreads, it consumes, it forces everything it touches to change. And this is what has happened with the truth about you. Once the spark began, it grew, and now the flames of revelation are impossible to stop. Some are afraid of the fire, because it threatens the lies they lived in. Others are drawn to it, because they recognize its power. But all of them are affected by it, because no one can stand untouched when the fire of truth arrives. The discovery about you has created waves of fear in those who built false narratives. They realize now that their lies cannot stand against the truth. They realize their plans cannot outlast what heaven has revealed. The unveiling has burned away the shadows, leaving only the unshakable reality of who you are. Type Amen 3:13 if you believe the fire is cleansing your path. People found out that you are stronger than they imagined. They found out that the storms you walked through did not break you, they built you. They found out that your silence was never weakness, it was preparation for this very unveiling. This realization has left many unsettled. They thought they knew you, but what has been revealed proves they only saw the surface. They never understood the depth, the calling, the power that you carry. Some will try to deny it, but even their denial cannot change what has been exposed. The truth shines too brightly, and even their shadows cannot hide it anymore. This is not the end of your story, it is the rise of your true beginning. The unveiling has pushed you into destiny's spotlight, and now the stage is yours. Type Amen 17:17 if you step into your rise now. The unveiling of your truth is shaking foundations. Old structures built on lies are collapsing because they cannot stand against what has been revealed. People are scrambling, trying to rewrite the story, but it is too late, the truth is permanent. Even those who plotted in darkness are now facing exposure themselves. The same light that revealed your destiny is also exposing their hidden intentions. What they meant for harm is being turned back against them. The tables are turning. The power is shifting. And heaven has made sure that every weapon formed against you will be broken by the very exposure they feared. You are stepping into a season where no enemy can stand unchallenged. The truth has become your shield, your sword, and your crown. Type Amen 1010 if you believe the tables are turning now. Your name carries weight, and that weight has now been felt by the world around you. They cannot treat you casually anymore, because the revelation has marked you as chosen. Even those who do not like it are forced to respect it. This is why doors are beginning to open. The energy of exposure is creating momentum that no man can stop. Your name is being written into places you never imagined, and the unveiling is pushing you into new levels of visibility. Do not shrink from this. Do not fear the attention. This is the season where heaven wants you seen, because your story carries the power to break chains for others as well. People did not just find out about you for themselves, they found out so the world could witness the proof of divine power at work. Type Amen 121 if you accept these doors opening for you. Archangel Michael surrounds you now, because exposure attracts both blessing and attack. But the shield around you is stronger than every dart of envy or malice. Those who rise against you will see their own plans crumble, while you continue to rise higher. The unveiling has marked you, and heaven protects what it has marked. You are not walking alone, the armies of light are aligned around you. Every step you take is guarded, every word you speak is amplified, and every truth about you is strengthened. Even now, the discovery others made about you is being used by heaven as a tool of victory. What they thought would shame you is becoming your testimony. What they thought would harm you is becoming your platform. Your destiny has already won, and no battle can erase that. Type Amen 8080 if you walk with victory already won. The revelation of who you are is bigger than just your circle. It is spreading beyond borders, reaching ears that were never supposed to hear your name. This is the ripple effect of divine unveiling. It does not stop where it begins, it expands endlessly. Every time your name is spoken, energy is released. Some try to use it against you, but even their negativity becomes fuel for your rise. Because when heaven decides to reveal, even opposition becomes a stepping stone. People found out you are not fragile, you are unshakable. They found out you are not ordinary, you are chosen. They found out you are not forgotten, you are destined. And now, there is no going back. The truth has been released, and its echo will never fade. Type Amen 606 if you claim this echo of destiny. The unveiling of your truth is also revealing hidden blessings. People who once ignored you are now drawn to you. Opportunities that were locked are now seeking you out. The energy of exposure is shifting everything in your favor. This is why the storm is fierce, because breakthrough is here. The more resistance you face, the clearer it is that heaven's hand is upon you. For if you were not destined for greatness, the unveiling would not carry so much power. Do not fear the storm. The storm is proof that the revelation is real. The storm is proof that your rise is unstoppable. The storm is proof that destiny has chosen you. Type Amen 4444 if you rise above the storm now. Now you stand at the edge of something greater than you imagined. Exposure was never meant to break you, it was meant to reveal you. And now that the revelation is here, your life will never be the same again. Every whisper, every conversation, every discovery has been aligned to lead you into this moment. People found out who you are, and the world cannot unknow it.